What's up, y'all? It's your boy Carlos. Madam Web trailer's out. Interesting trailer. I felt like it was interesting. There's some interesting things to see. I appreciate Sony's approach in that they're not bringing the same Marvel action comedy flavor to it. They're bringing more of an old school, take it seriously, respect the characters type of approach. Obviously, this is not like a huge blockbuster film. I don't think that's the intent, anyways. But the trailer came across as interesting, in my opinion. I feel that, all in all, the trailer shows the characters that come directly from the Spider-Man movies are going to be the center of the movie. These female Spider women, basically. So that's what it looks like. I think it looks fairly interesting, in my opinion. I like the way it's filmed. It looks like obviously filmed in digital, but kind of like Venom and Morbius. Same type of concept where there is action horror, maybe, which is I do appreciate that. I think that makes for a good cinematic experience. The movie itself appears to be some sort of not necessarily time travel, but perhaps some sort of psychic connection or psychic, 12 into the future or multiple realities type of thing. Like Madame Web appears to be some sort of psychic, essentially, that can see the future and they can see. It appears that deaths in particular is what she sees. So there's this sort of repetitive, these time loops that appear to happen in the trailer, which I think give the movie an interesting take. Obviously, Madame Web is not an A-lister character. This is a C-lister at best, but it does seem to be connected to perhaps a bigger Spider-Man concept. We do see all these characters, all the characters that we see in the trailer, they come directly from the comics, right? So you have Madame Web. She basically came to the picture in the 70s. I think it's Romita and Denny O'Neil creation. In this movie, she's obviously much younger. The more typical representation of the character comes from, I guess, a lot of people got exposed to the cartoon, Spider-Man cartoon portrayal of the character, which was a blind psychic, I guess. You can see like a clairvoyant. So this movie is not going exactly with that portrayal, and I think that's quite okay. Dakota Johnson is basically a paramedic that, through some sort of accident, she gets the ability of she becomes a clairvoyant, basically, and she can see within the spider world. So this does seem to be like Sony is tying together, creating pardon the expression, but a web of films around Spider-Man. So you can see what happened with Venom, Morbius, Madame Web, what's going to happen with Craven. So I think they're kind of going around and creating this sort of connected but not connected universe around Spider-Man. So eventually something's going to happen with Spider-Man. I hope they don't go for the Marvel, DC, or Disney Marvel Spider-Man. They go with their own Spider-Man. If they were to bring Andrew Garfield back as an older Spider-Man, I would love it. We'll see what happens with that. But all in all, you have, excuse me, you have, Madame Web There is some pretty cool shots of Sydney Sweeney as Julia Carpenter, she's Spider Woman in the comics. And more. There is, I believe, Maddie Franklin, who is another Spider Woman. I think, if I'm not wrong, she is the niece of J. Jonah Jameson. There is Araña, Anya Corazon. And obviously, very interesting. And I didn't know this when I watched the trailer. There is Ezekiel is in the movie, and he seems to be not sure if an antagonist or or an ally. That part is not clear. But Ezekiel, if you don't know who he is a character from the Michael J. Straczynski run of comics. So in essence, Ezekiel is a character that was a mysterious character in the comics that brings Spider-Man a certain revelation about his past as to whether he simply got bit by a radioactive spider, or if it was an act of fate, or if it's really the spider that was seeking to him to pass the symbolic powers, and then you start talking about totems and all these concepts that even in the current run of Spider-Man, which I'm currently reading, it plays a role. Totems in the spider as a sort of symbol, and in a world of totems, basically. So it's a difficult concept to explain, but in any case, Ezekiel is part of a very cool run in Marvel Comics. But I'm curious exactly where that is going and why this character of Ezekiel Sims, and why he was added into it, because there's more to it, to that story. So I wonder if they're going to merge. Ezekiel's going to be a way to merge Spider-Man into this web of multiple movies that are happening. Like, are we going to see Morlun, which is a vampire-like entity that feeds on the totems? I don't know exactly, but the fact that they added him into this movie is quite interesting. So imagine my surprise when I see a guy wearing a suit, but being barefoot. I recognized it immediately, so I was very happy to see that. But we will see basically what happens with that. But the movie looks cool. Looks very, it looks like an interesting film, and I think more or less comic movies may go this direction, where it's not like huge budgets, but they can give you some action, some interesting things. I still think that there's going to be problems financially for comic book movies moving forward, but this looks cool. I think very curious to see what the idea is behind this sort of weird psychotic Spider-Man there, who is, I guess, the main antagonist. I'm not sure, but I think this is part of their concept of the Marvel universe done the Sony way, which I appreciate. I like this style. When I see this trailer and the trailer ends, I get that sensation I had when before the Marvel universe, and everything ends with a joke and with a quip, and this is different. So I do appreciate that. Look forward to other projects. I'll probably watch this one. And I think it's interesting because it does give an idea of where they're going with this moving forward. Basically, we know where Spider-Man is coming. Essentially, what they do with it is yet to be seen, I suppose. But a lot of things look decent. When you see some of the characters in costume, they look good. I think the Spider-Woman looked pretty cool. So I think it's a matter of seeing how this develops, essentially. We'll see. I mean, it appears to be, I'm reading here, it appears to be Ezekiel Sims, maybe that, the psychotic Spider-Man I just mentioned. So we'll see how they play this off and where they're going with this. But I think it looks interesting. I mean, if you liked Venom, you like Morbius, then you will probably enjoy this. So I think what I like about Sony is that they're doing their thing, and they're going their direction, and they're not trying to basically be Marvel. They're trying to do their own style, their own production, and it does seem like there is some sort of unity or common production style across these movies, and I think it's fine for the purpose. I don't know if there's still happen. There's still a Sinister Six movie happening. I think that will come to fruition eventually. I don't know, but all in all, looks interesting. We'll see. We'll see what happens with it as more information is revealed. But so far, so good. In any case, that's all I got for y'all. Talk to you later.